Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of Cafecito and Money Talk, the segment where we empower your financial future starting today. On the last segment, we touched a little bit on breaking the paycheck to paycheck cycle. In that segment, we spoke on using budgeting as a method to get out of that chain. Today, we're going to be touching on a tool that we offer here at Power Financial called the Money Management Tool. And to kind of walk us through that, we have, Miss, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Sheena Davis. I'm in the e-business department with Power Financial Credit Union.
Oh, perfect. So hopefully you could give us a little bit more insight on what money management is. For starters, what is money management?
A lot of questions with money management. Our money management tool provides you the ability to see all your financial relationships in one place. So if you have, it allows you to analyze and track your net worth. It allows you to complete a budget calculation. You have an idea of your payoff forecasting of different debts that you may owe, as well as check your spending powers. So with money management, it allows members to view all their financial relationships in one place within online banking at Power Financial.
Wow, so it's like a nice little collection of different tools, not just like one single function.
No, many different tools. There's a lot of tabs that you can click on, but I think today we'll just touch on about 4 different tabs that we can go over to help members get started with money management.
Okay, perfect. Let me ask you something. What are the benefits of using the money management tool, say over just your basic bank statements?
With money management, you're actually, one of the cool features with money management, you are able to export different data. So say, for instance, if you have Bank of America, Chase, American Express, all those different type of cards, it's hard to keep track of all that information with just logging in under different statements or under different platforms. So what we recommend to do is when you use money management, it allows you to look at all that information under one platform. Therefore, you'll be able to itemize and keep track of what's going on as well.
So really be accountable for
exactly
for all your assets. Absolutely. So, okay, let's go ahead. Let's get started with the demo. So, okay, right now.
So right now we're going to log in. Once we log in, you're going to see the option at the top where it says Money Management. With Money Management, you will have to agree to terms and conditions, just like with any service that we offer, bill pay, external transfer. So once you go to Money Management, you have a tab that you can click on. Briefly read over the terms and conditions, see if it's something that you want to do. It does highlight 3 bulletins of what you are going to be looking forward to within money management. So
now, we're for those of you watching, we're going through the money management on the laptop. So is it only available through a web page, like through a computer?
Good question. No, you can actually do this within the mobile app, which is a great feature. So it is actually the same platform, just slightly condensed, but you'll be able to get the same features that you would within online banking within the mobile app as well.
Perfect. Within the Power Financial mobile app.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So, all right, you hit it. Accept.
So once we accept, it's just going to give you an outline of what money management is, the different tabs, different selections. So I think 4 key steps with money management, which we'll touch base on. The first one will be actually adding external accounts. So there was 2 different ways for you to add external accounts. You have one on the far right-hand side where it gives you a list of different things that you can add a cash account, investment account, properties, mortgages. And then on the far left, it gives you the option to add an account that's highlighted in blue. So either functions works best for you, whichever one you notice first or whichever one that you feel comfortable with. So we're going to do the add an account. So with add an account, keep in mind that it gives you a lot of examples of what you can add. You can add credit cards, Discover, American Express. You can do investments, annuities, 401ks, mortgage loans, line of credits. There's a wide variety of different options for you to add on account. So it is available for you.
Is it limited to like any like? I guess what I'm asking, is there something like they don't account for on here, or any account that you have under your name, you could bring into the money management tool.
Well, the thing is that you don't even have to have the account under your name. If you
Oh,
have
okay.
the username and password for the account, say for instance, if you have an account that your husband has, but you are managing it and you just want to see the activity that's going on with it, you can log in with the username and password. So
okay.
that's pretty cool because sometimes you have those situations where you don't have the access to call in because you're not on the account, but you do everything. So just type in the username and password, and you'll have all that features available for you.
Perfect.
Yeah. And also keep in mind, if you are not able to add or find the account that is, you do have the option down at the bottom where it says add manual account. So it does give you the option to type in more information for the manual account as far as the information for the financial institution. So what we are going to add today is we're going to add Chase. And you can abbreviate it too. You don't have to put the whole thing. It'll drop
It'll
down.
pull up in that search.
Exactly. So let's do Chase Bank. So let's log in. So it does take a moment for it to sync all the information. Honestly, it shouldn't take but 2 to 3 minutes. Mind you, it's gathering all that information. So if you do have a Chase account within that username and password, it's going to pull up everything such as credit cards, loans, mortgages, investments account, as you can see once it syncs properly.
Now, kind of going back to the question of when it was available, if it's available on the mobile app, is basically every function that we're performing right now also available in the mobile app, so we could like add an account
Yes,
through there as well.
that is correct. So if it's your first time doing money management, you can actually accept the terms and conditions within the mobile app as well. Add an external account, do the 4 options that we're going to suggest to you, all within the mobile app.
Okay, perfect. Now, since you're logging in to the account, is it what's going to be displayed? Is it just like a balance that's going to be displayed, or
No,
what
good
is-
question. No, it's not just going to be the balance. It's going to be all your transactions. So it should go back pretty far for the transactions. So roughly, it's going to give you the things that were debited out of the account, any fees associated with the account, any recent deposit history, all that information. So pretty much you're looking at your account as if you were logging in to your Chase account on their website or on their mobile app.
But the convenient thing is you're looking at all your accounts across the board. That way, you're not like logging in to like every single
back
one.
and forth. Correct.
Now, as far as like updates, do they happen real time? So if I went out and made a transaction and then went right into looking into my money management, would that appear, or is there like a bit of a delay?
The cool thing about money management is that you don't have to log into money management for it to update. So say, for instance, if you're the type of person that logs into the account maybe 3-4 times a day, you just have to log in with your username and password, and then money management will automatically sync the information from other accounts that you already have set up. So if you're not the type of person that go in automatically every day, it does update the information overnight.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, that definitely comes in handy because you never know, maybe you forgot about a transaction that was reoccurring and it went
Exactly.
through and
Exactly. And that's something that we're going to touch base on with alerts. Alerts are a very cool feature with money management.
Perfect.
So, yeah, that's something we're going to touch on. So, while you are syncing one account, don't hesitate to add more. So, while this is working or actually syncing the information, let's go ahead and add another one. Let's do American Express. So, as you can see, this one's already pre-filled for us. It automatically populates, so we can go ahead and add that.
and same process, just rinse and repeat.
Yep. So So you can add multiple accounts, external accounts, even though one hasn't fully synced or connected to the money management platform. So if you have like 5 or 6 accounts that you want to just go ahead and add, you can add them all at once, and then you can come back later. You don't have to sit there and wait if you don't want to.
Okay, perfect.
So right now, American Express already loaded. It's synced for us. So the next step, as soon as you do add external transfers, we want to go ahead and review your transaction history. So you just want to make sure everything looks good as far as transactions. So you have 2 options with reviewing transaction. You can actually just select the external account, and it provides you with the activities. It provides you with the history information as far as the fluctuation of transactions. So it provides you the activity. But keep in mind, once you select that information on the main page, it's going to be limited. So it's not going to give you like maybe a year or 2 of information. It's going to give you brief information. So if you want to get a real breakdown of everything and for a longer period of time, you go ahead and click on the transaction tab. And yes, you want to categorize. Let's see. So this is going to give you a list of all your transactions that you completed.
Food and dining, I guarantee you that's like the biggest thing across the board. 100% that's the biggest thing across the board.
As you can see, there's a lot of Postmates, there's a lot of grocery, clothing, and it's cool because it gives you these little icons. Like it tells you, oh, I pay Comcast, Sprint, Apple iTunes. It's visual. It gives members an idea of what they spend. It's not just a generic pop-up about a transaction. It's really hands-on.
Not only that, but it looks like a fairly nice interface as well.
Exactly. It's pretty cool, and it breaks down everything. So keep in mind, you have the option to filter. So when you do go to the transaction tab, it is going to condense everything, meaning if you, like we opened up the Chase information, it's going to include that as the transaction history. However, you can filter it. So if you don't want to include everything, you can select this all and just select
for the account.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it just populates the information that you need. And it allows you to go back a little bit further. There we go. It actually allows you to filter the date. So all the way at the top, it gives you the date, and you can filter it. So you can do the most recent, or you can do what was done previously. Also, for tax purposes, you can export. You can export this information to a Excel spreadsheet, and it pretty much gives you all the information that you need. If you have that information, feel free to go ahead and connect to it. It is available for you.
That is actually pretty impressive. So, and you could use this to, I guess, to follow your expenses on your tax return. Wow.
Exactly. So, if you're the type of person that always travels constantly for work, and you know you pay out of pocket,
you don't gotta keep all those receipts.
No, everything's there for you. Everything is there for you to go ahead and filter and maneuver. So
okay, that's cool.
That's a cool feature. Let's go back to Chase and see how that looks. Okay, that's still syncing. Okay. So another cool feature, a third feature that we recommend setting up when doing money management for the first time is the budget option. The budget is a really cool option because it allows you to understand exactly what you're budgeting. As you can see in the diagram, it gives you the option to do food and dining, home. So these bubbles represents different items within money management. Green represents how well you're doing with the that budget. Yellow means that you are kind of have more of a spending with that budget, and red means that you actually overspent. So it actually highlights different usage. So green 0 to 79% use, yellow 80 to 100 use, and red over budget. So it allows you, it prompts you and tells you, oh, you're over budget on movies. You need to maybe cut back on the movies.
Cut that back a bit.
Yeah, maybe go to Redbox. But what's also recommended is to do the auto-generated budget. It automatically pulls the transaction information and populates the budget for you automatically. So we can go ahead
Let's
and set
do
that up.
See what this, but
Oh.
we're
See?
over budget on bills, but but what can you do about bills? Well, we kind of touched on that in the segment. You know, there are options to kind of lower your bills. Sometimes they have different promotions
Exactly.
and whatnot to
Or
lower
you can
them.
always consolidate most of the times too. If that option is available for you, you can most definitely see if you can consolidate or maybe get something, a loan that can actually help you out to make sure that you stay on budget. So as you can see, everything else looks fine. The auto transport, the food and dining, everything looks good. If you see something that you may want to add, like a new budget, you do have that option. So if you know that you are doing education, you can most definitely put a certain expense amount for education. We'll just do maybe $100 if you get financial aid, or if you're just doing school books right now out of pocket. That is added. Gifts and donations, if you donate to the Red Cross, or if you donate to any shelter, anything like that, you can include that as well. Health and fitness, I know a lot of people are big on health and fitness in Miami. So if you want to do health and fitness, you can also add that as well. If your membership is about $50 a month, you can add that as well.
Plus, plus the aminos, plus your protein, plus your all that good stuff.
I know. I was just giving a rough estimate, but you guys have the idea.
Absolutely.
And also, kids, they are very, very expensive at times. So if you want to do a nice little budget.
Kids are expensive?
If you want to do a nice little budget of $300 because you are just thinking that you're going to be able to make it with $300.
$300 is a good kid budget.
That's what you think. If you maybe have one kid, maybe. But then it breaks it down to you. It gives you the option for kids. It gives you the option for school, for health, shopping, all that stuff. So it's a very user-friendly, and it gives you an idea of what you're looking at. With colors, it entices people as well to be like, oh, wow, I didn't know I was spending this much. Oh, this is in red.
Absolutely.
So it gives you kind of like a warning, letting you know that, hey, this is what we're projecting, or this is what it looks like. You might want to get everything situated.
Perfect. Now, as far as you mentioned alerts earlier, how do those work? So if you go in the red, would let me know that I'm in the red?
Let's talk about alerts.
Go ahead
there
and
is an option. There's a tall little icon that you can click on, and it gives you the option for alerts. So you have the option of setting up alerts for emails and with your mobile phone, which is a cool feature. A lot of people don't have access to emails anymore like they used to. So everything's text message. So you can get a text message letting you know that, hey, you've exceeded your budget. Your projected exceeded budget. So it can let you know you exceeded your budget and you are on the path of exceeding your budget. So you get double whammy. So it's totally up to you which option you want to select. It's quite simple. You do have the option to edit. And if you don't want to receive text message because it's a little overwhelming, you don't really need to know all the time, that's fine. You could just do email. You also have the option to do low account balance, which is a cool feature. So the loan account balance will actually give you an overview on your items. So if you do have Chase and you add Chase, it will alert you that, hey, you are over your amount, and you can adjust this. So if you know $100 is not going to work for you, and you maybe want to do $50, you can add $50.
Oh, okay.
You can add $200 to the savings. It's adjustable to meet your needs. So whatever you need or whatever you feel comfortable with, you can adjust it. Also, with the alerts, you have large expense. So if you know you're going to be getting some large expense coming in, make the adjustment. So with the Classic Gold with American Express, if it notices that you're going to have a large expense of over $600, it'll send you a text notification that, hey, this expense came through and this is what you were looking for, and now you can manage your money better that way. As also fee charge. I mean, we don't want to get feed, but it happens.
Absolutely.
So if you do get feed, you can adjust that as well. If you want to get notification on your American Express, your checking account that you have internal with us. And also, I didn't mention, but the cool thing about money management, all the internal accounts that you have with Power Financial, you don't have to add.
They're already in there?
It's already in there. So it's not something that you have to go through. It's already there. It's taken care of. But that's pretty much the concept of money management. So 4 key things when setting up money management for the first time. You want to go ahead and link your external accounts, which we touched on. You want to review your transaction history to see how everything looks. You want to set up a budget, and you want to stay in the loop. Staying in the loop means that you're going to have alerts being set up via email or text message. And keep in mind, like you touched on, we can always do this through the mobile app as well. It's not limited to just the website.
Just the desktop and whatnot.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. No, this is definitely a very robust program, and it looks like a very valuable asset, especially for those who want to break that paycheck to paycheck cycle.
Exactly.
Especially right now that we're in the holiday season.
Exactly.
You want to go into the new year debt free.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Yes.
100% that's the goal.
Yes.
So, well, Sheena, thank you very much for coming in and showing us the money management tool. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me, Pedro. And if anybody has any questions in reference to money management, feel free to email us at securelink@powerfi.org. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions or concerns you have about money management. It's a really easy, friendly using service. So hopefully you won't have too much trouble.
No, not at all. And of course, as always, if you have any questions in regards to any financial topic, feel free to let us know as well. That's what we're here for, to empower your financial future starting today.
Yes.
Thank you. I've been your host, Pedro Campa, Sheena, and this is Cafecito and Money Talk.
Thank you.
Bye.